Hi Mama, welcome to your foundation core and glute series. So we are going to work through this class a few times over the next couple of weeks to really start you slow with your pelvic floor, core connection, and to start to build some basic and simple Pilates-based movements that are going to activate and strengthen all those key muscles for you. So let's jump into today's class. So carefully come on down. If you're fresh postpartum, always come onto your side, roll onto your back, and we do this until your stomach separation or your pelvic floor symptoms have subsided and healed. So from here, Mama, what we want to do is place your hands basically down to the bottom rib cage for me. And then pop your hands onto the sides of your waistline and tummy. From here, can you pretty please close your eyes down? Now, the first thing we want to take you through is moving from a shallow breathing pattern in your ribs down to a deeper breathing pattern using your diaphragm. The first move here, we want to basically take a nice deep inhale with your nose. And then we want to breathe out through your mouth. Nice deep inhale through your nose. And then breathing out through your mouth. So over the next few breaths, pay attention to if you can feel your belly moving under your hands. If you can't now, bring one hand up to your chest, one hand onto your belly. Take that deep inhale. And then exhale through your mouth. Deep inhale. And then exhale through your mouth. So what we're focusing on here is the bottom hand on the side of the belly and the waistline. Moving more to the chest. So we want to keep the hand on the chest as still as possible. And your belly and ribs should look like you're blowing up a balloon on your inhale, and then on an exhale, it's passively falling back in and down. Just take another 2, and the more you can start to optimize and take deeper breaths is also going to help both your and core connection. Beautiful. So from here, what we want to do now is use this breathing technique to start to help activate and relax your pelvic floor. So our pelvic floor can't. The cue we're going to use is we're going to take a nice deep inhale through your nose. On your breath out, I want you to visualize that you're squeezing a blueberry from your back passage or anus, and then start to squeeze and lift up. Take a deep breath in, relax. On your exhale, let's squeeze that blueberry and then lift it up from that back passage. Beautiful, deep inhale. And then I want you to breathe out, squeeze first, and then lift. And you should feel a bit of a lift and a zip, and keep trying to lift until you either lose the blueberry or finish your breath out. We then want to inhale, fill the belly and ribs with air. Exhale, squeeze from back passage, and then lift that blueberry up, up, up until you either lose it or run out of breath. 4 more. Exhale, squeeze, and then lift. 3 more. Squeeze from back passage. Squeeze that blueberry. Now lift, 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 lift. Good. Release and relax. Inhale. 2 more. One more. Beautiful. If you have enough breath, this is something that's going to get easier. Breath can be. So if you're struggling to take that deep breath at the moment, you might have to work on adding this element to your core connection over this next week as you put more attention into this. So you might find you don't have enough exhale and breath out to connect to your core yet. So let's see how we go. We want to take that deep inhale again. Now on your breath out, we still want to squeeze that blueberry from the back passage. Now lift up, keep zipping. And as you get to the end of your breath out, we want to think about knitting your ribs in towards each other. Hugging around from your spine all the way around to the front of your core, and then it connects a whole level deeper. Take that deep inhale, release and relax. Breathe out, squeeze, lift, zip, but then knit the ribs in, connect. Good, just do 2 more. One more. Squeeze, lift, zip, and connect. Beautiful. Carefully just come onto your side. So if you're still healing pelvic floor, you're only a couple months postpartum, when you roll onto your side to get up and down off the ground, out of bed, off the couch, as you push up, try and exhale to come up to that seated or standing position. And that helps to take pressure both off your pelvic floor and to heal your stomach separation. From here, what we're going to do today is we're going to start to move into the first part of your Pilates series. And this is where we want to start to connect deeper to your core. So every movement, we're going to exhale, connect to your pelvic floor and core on your breath out. Take it slow, focus on your breath. If you're having trouble staying connected, the next thing we can do is start to make a on your exhale to connect deeper and easier to your pelvic floor and core. So you might find throughout this series that you actually get a little bit out of breath, and that's okay. If you need to stop, slow down, reconnect. All right, come onto all fours, spread your fingers wide, knees under hips, shoulders over wrists. Now here we take an inhale, release and relax your belly down to the ground. On your exhale, let's start to lift that blueberry, zip up and then hug and wrap in. Beautiful. Now we take a little inhale. As you exhale, start to make that S and then reach your right arm forwards. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. 4 more like this. Try and keep that weight even through both palms. Good, 1 more, and then we're going to start to add another element. Take an inhale. Exhale, extend your right leg back and hold the right leg back there. Now what we're going to do is breathe out, push your left hand out to the side and back in. Breathe in, breathe out. So on every exhale, we still want to think about squeezing, lifting, zipping, and hugging. Let's go for a count of 2. And 1. Plant your left hand down, extend your left leg out, keep the toes tucked under. All right. Now from here, we want to exhale. Lift, zip, connect, push your right hand out and in. Little inhale, little exhale. So we're doing the harder part of the movement on the breath out here for me, mamas. So if you're starting to just get acquainted with our methods, take it slow. Make that S, because there's a lot to remember. We breathe out, we lift, zip, and then hug around. Let's go for a count of 2. 1 more. Good, plant your right palm down, extend that right leg back out. Now, if you can, we're going to reach your left hand forward. Now we want to slowly draw elbow and knee in, but extend on the exhale. So we inhale, breathe in, breathe out. Last one. Beautiful. Over to the other side. We super slow extend the leg, extend the arm. Are we ready? We take a little inhale. Now breathe out, make that S. You can either run the toe along the ground. The most important thing is to not lift it high. We're keeping it within an inch of the ground, if not touching the ground. 3 to go. 2 more. Beautiful. 1 more. Excellent. Now we're going to carefully spin onto your side. We've got to do both sides, so you can pick and choose what works for you. We're going to press through your palm. If you do have any postpartum wrist issues, you can come down onto your forearm. You're just going to probably feel your shoulders kick in a little bit more. Now we want to exhale, lift up and out of your body. Try and breathe out, connect deep here for me, and then we're just going to reach and open up that top arm. We want to start to connect to the side of the body so that we can start to draw the ribs in and get that side of the waistline line brought back in. We breathe out, we scoop under and up. So keep your body still, we go. Excellent. Doing well. Let's go for a count of 2. 1. Hold for a count of 10. 9, either looking up to your fingertips or eyes can stay forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit that hip down on the ground. Now I just want you to come onto your forearm. All right, bring your underneath knee into a 90-degree angle, press through the palm, but open the chest. So you don't want to be slumped down in your shoulder, lift up and out. Now, this top leg, the toes are pointed. We want to keep either your bottom hand on your waistline and keep it lifted. Now we're going to exhale and float up. So it can be hard to think about squeezing that blueberry and lifting each time. So now when we're moving, I need you to exhale and make that, and that's going to passively and actively start to lift and zip through your pelvic floor and core without you having to go through each and every one of these cues. Beautiful. Breathe out. Now hold at the top, make sure you're not dumping down through this waistline. Now, are we ready? We're going to make little tiny circles, just 6 in each direction today. We're just starting to build that strength. 2 more. 1 more, check your position, check and lift. We're going to go back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Pulse. Make sure you're breathing. Good. 5, 6. Excellent. Bring that knee in. So stay where you are here for me, but now the knees are going to come into a little bit more of a bent position. Make sure you're not tapping into your head, neck, and shoulders. Feet stay connected. We now exhale and lift up. So as we're lifting and opening, just check that you're not rolling back on the hip. If this gets too much at any point in time, you can lie down on your arm here. We're not going to be here too long. We want to start to kick in through the top of your glute here, mamas. Excellent. Let's go for 2. 1, we're going to hold little tiny pulses. Good, little breaths out here. Lift through your waistline. Good, let's go for 8, 7, keep that bottom knee down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, over to the other side. So it might not be burning, we're just starting to prep both the side of the body, the deep core and the glutes. All right, so side plank first. Keep the bottom knee down. We want to extend that top leg. Exhale, float up. So we check the position. Nice long body. You want to push out and away from your hand, so make sure it's not right underneath the shoulder. Lift that waistline, reach that top hand up. Now on your exhale, we go for that little scoop and lift. Scoop and lift. So we're just going to do 8 today. Check in with your breath. We want to exhale. Take a little inhale. Let's go for one more, and then we're going to hold, lift, excellent. Stay for a count of 10, 9, eyes either forward or up to your fingertips, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come down. Now onto the forearm for me. Lift up and out of your waistline. Now we want to bring this underneath the knee to 90 degrees if that works for you. Exhale, float that top knee up, and then let's start to lift and lower. So keep your hips stacked. We don't want to sort of lean back towards the wall behind you. And then hold up. So now we've got those 6 little tiny circles in each direction. And then let's go back the other way. So circle round in the opposite direction for me. Regulate your breathing. Hold. Let's go up and down. Little tiny pulses. Excellent. Knees come in. Connect the feet. Now try and open up. Lift up and out of your shoulders. We now want to open and close. You might need to just keep your little fingertips touching the ground here as you come up and down. And that's going to help to keep you forward and stacked so that you're not rolling backwards, because we really want to just isolate through this top glute. And you'll find the stronger they get, the easier and quicker they're going to activate. Doing well. We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Little tiny pulses, please, mama. So this whole side of your waistline's working as we're here. Check in that you're making those little and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Shake that out for me. Now we're going to come up to a really nice tall position. So something that's often either avoided or not done well postpartum is starting to work into a style position. So what we actually want to do is grab right behind the back of these knees, and this is going to start to teach you to breathe and regulate pressure through this movement. So we never want to push pressure down onto the pelvic floor, nor do we want to see a bulge in that bit about that inch below the belly button. We want to work on lifting and zipping and scooping. So we want to grab hold here, and that's going to help to regulate the pressure. Deep inhale, sit up tall like there's a piece of string lifting you up towards the ceiling. Now on your breath out, I want you to visualize squeezing that blueberry, lifting, starting to zip. Start to round through your spine like you're rolling down like a worm, and then grab the back of the knees, roll back up to that really nice, beautiful tall position. Deep inhale. Now breathe out through your mouth. Start to lift, zip, then roll. Beautiful. Now what I want you to do over the next 4 reps is watch what's going on in that lower belly down below the belly button. Can you feel any symptoms? Can you see any popping there? Your focus is to connect as deep as possible and breathe through the movement. So start to make that beautiful. You want to exhale all the way down and all the way up to monitor this. Your hands are helping you a little bit, but it's also helping you to connect deeper into the movement. See if you can challenge yourself, come down that bit lower as long as you're not seeing or feeling any symptoms. And 3, roll and lift. 2. Beautiful. 1 more. Excellent. We're going to come down for some little tiny pulses for me now. So let's super down. Hold on to the back of these legs. So you should maintain that lift and scoop, and your spine should be in quite a C curve here. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to that nice tall neutral position. Beautiful. All right, mamas, we are almost done for today. You've got one last move to connect a little bit deeper here. I've got a couple options for you depending on how this feels. So onto your side, onto your back. Now, in order to get the most out of this movement, you can do crunches postpartum as long as you're doing them well. You're not pushing pressure down, you're breathing through the movements. And what we can do to connect to your lower core is legs completely straight, turn your toes in, so internally rotate that pelvis, push your big toes in to touch each other. Good. Now that you're there, you should already feel this lower abdominal area is ignited and fired up. So it should be active. Even if you're fresh, new postpartum in the last couple months, when you push through that squishy layer, can you feel a firm band underneath? Now I want you to loop and bring these hands behind the back of the neck for me. What we do is take a deep inhale, push those big toes in, keep your heels grounded. As you breathe out, let's start to make that inhale, come back a little bit. Exhale. Now each and every time that you're lifting, you want to get that zip and lift. So watch what's going on this inch below the belly button and make sure that you can't feel any pressure pushing down on both the pelvic floor, as though you need to go to the toilet, any back pain or neck pain. Keep pushing the toes in, and then we're just going to lift up for 5 more. 4, breathe out. And 2, and then we're going to hold for a little set of pulses to finish for today. Hold here. Let's stay. We're going to go just 4 more. Keep those big toes touching. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Come over to the side. Carefully push up. That is today done so that we can start to fire up, build your foundation, and then keep moving. So we're going to repeat back through these workouts so that you can build your strength and start to feel the changes with these movements and improve. Thanks so much, Mama. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.